Hi there, welcome back to a new video on GameStop. So GameStop today is doing amazingly. GameStop is up by $20. This equates to about 10% of the share price. It's another good move for GameStop today, and I'm very happy to see how GameStop has been moving. So this video is going to be a really quick look at the price action of GameStop, then just a few things which I think that we should look at towards the end, which you guys should be reminded of because I do see it as pretty decent information. If all of that sounds good, guys, do make sure to leave a like on the video and obviously subscribe, but also remember that I am not a financial advisor and this video by no means is financial advice. But now that I have mentioned that, let's just jump into the video. But let me also mention that we actually have a Twitter now. You can follow us on Twitter at N2SFinance, and you can actually also join us on Patreon down here to donate a small amount each month to support us. Link is in the description. But yes, now we're going to jump in and quickly look at how the price of GameStop has been moving today. So for this, we're going to start out on the more simple charts as always. We're going to look at this pathetic dip that we saw from about 9:30 onwards. So 9:30, we had a pretty decent open up at 217 before falling down to about 209. And again, a similar thing that we saw with AMC this morning. Nobody really panicked. If anything, when we see these dips, we see them as a better opportunity to buy at a more cheap price. So that clearly didn't work. The price came back up from there to about $224, which isn't bad, before falling a little bit, again as to be expected, but remaining pretty flat for the majority of the day, between about $210 down to about 209, and then back up to about 213. So not too much movement in the price. Again, coming towards the end of the day, as we do usually see with these stocks, we saw a big strong push upwards, and this brought us up from a point of 215 up to 220. So a lot of strength again coming from the longs on GameStop here. And if we move over to the GME charts down here, we can see that on the 1-day chart, the 50-day moving average is $215. Again, it is coming up. The price is moving more significantly than that, as you would expect. We're seeing a RSI figure of 72, which is coming way towards the overbought side. Again, 80 would be considered overbought. This one is currently at 72, but what I also said in my AMC video, I don't think these numbers necessarily matter as much as some people do like to make out. Yes, perhaps they are important numbers to an extent, but obviously with these stocks, the fundamentals of the business don't really matter, the technicals of the business don't necessarily make sense. So whilst it is important to look at these figures, we need to look at other things as well, like how many people are buying, what's the volume, have the shorts covered yet? And again, if none of these things are true, or at least if the last of those things aren't true, then we have not really seen the takeoff in price that people are anticipating for GameStop and AMC for that matter as well. So good movements today. I'm happy to see some strength for AMC and GameStop actually, but when we look a bit closer into the whole GameStop situation specifically, we have this article which I highlighted in another video earlier today. So the article simply reads, London hedge fund White Square Capital has had to shut down after swallowing huge losses by shorting GameStop. So that is a funny article that I read earlier. And again, it is happening, guys. It's already happening. Yes, some of the other big hedge funds which people are talking about have not gone down yet. But this is a good sign for the people who are in GameStop. I think it is a big sign which you should all remember. Because I read the AMC forum specifically. I also do read the GameStop forum now and again. Again, you guys will know that I'm in AMC. I don't think GameStop is a bad play though, so please don't get me wrong. But yeah, I read those forums and I also see the fact that a lot of people like to spread FUD about both of the stocks. And you know what, guys? This is a sign that that FUD is just not true. If it was true, why would this hedge fund have shut down after suffering big losses with GameStop specifically? Remember that, guys, and look at the numbers. And another good piece of info coming into effect tomorrow morning, is Rule 003, which is a big deal. So again, it basically means that automatic margin calls will be happening, but not necessarily immediately. And this is something which I covered in my earlier video as well. I think that these margin calls could happen at some point soon. But we need to also remember, guys, if we know about this information, they probably know about this information. So if they know about the whole fact that the margin calls are coming in tomorrow, chances are they will have freed up enough capital to deal with that to avoid getting margin called. And yes, that's fine, they might not get margin called tomorrow, but let's face it, they're losing lots of money by doing this. if they keep losing this money, if it keeps happening like this, at some point I firmly do believe that they have the potential to get margin called. And again, at some point the shorts are going to need to cover. Remember those two pieces of information. I think you will be fine going into tomorrow. I think don't get too excited, even though we are seeing some good exciting times for the stock. Don't put your eyes on one specific date, as it never really works out. As once the hedge funds find out that we have a specific date, they can do everything in their power to make that date not happen, and then people think that the whole situation is over. But thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.